Let's do sucky sucky. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Nice and cozy. Yeah. No rushing, no rushing, no rushing. Slowly. It's not a competition, okay? You're not rushing it with chicken soup or Cassie or daddy, okay? Oh, she's really sleepy. Oh, God. This coconut water. I was meant to keep this for chicken soup and Cassie, but I just can't. It's just so nice. I think I need it more than them. Oh, thank God for coconut water. Coconut water helps to boost milk supply. Like I get this coconut water in a bottle. You can find it in Asda, Aldi, Tesco, regular supermarket, or you can also get it from Amazon. I've got it on my Amazon storefront, so you can get it there. If you're not in the UK and you need it, you can get it there. It's very good. It helps me to boost my milk supply those early stage. So sometimes that's one good thing with breastfeeding babies. You don't need to stop, you don't need to cut their feed. But I don't think it's even advisable to cut their feed. That's why whenever you want to feed them as a breastfeeding mother, you want to feed your baby, just make sure you're settled and relaxed. When you cut your baby's feed, some nutrients are limited, in the sense that if you notice when you check your baby's diaper, you see that your baby's diaper, like a fully exclusively breastfed baby. If you notice your baby's diaper is usually always greenish, frothy poo, you know that there's something you're not doing right, and your baby is telling you something you're not doing right. And that could be your baby is not getting enough nutrients, your baby is not drinking enough hind milk. Because in breastfeeding there are two types of milk. Like it's still breast milk, but there's what we call the foremilk and the hind milk. So the foremilk is the, like it's more loose, like clear, liquidy. The hind milk is very thick, high in calorie. Your baby needs the foremilk, your baby needs the hind milk. But when your baby is not taking enough hind milk and only the foremilk, you notice that from your baby's nappy, it's usually green and frothy. Sometimes even if your baby is taking a balance of everything, enough hind milk and sufficient foremilk, you can still notice that one off. But if it's something you keep noticing, you need to make sure that your baby is latching well, your baby is having enough feed, like spending long on the feed, like on each breast, so not cutting the baby off. It's not good to express your formula and pour it away just because you want your baby to take more of the hind milk. No, there should be a balance. So when you're feeding your baby, some babies get to the foremilk, to the hind milk faster. It can take them 5 minutes. Some babies can take them up to 45 minutes. Yeah. So just make sure you latch your baby very well. Make sure your baby has sucked enough from your breast, yeah, before you swap to the next one. Because foremilk is just like you're out on a long day, you're so tired, you're hungry. The first thing you will do when you get home is to drink a cup of water. And after drinking a cup of water, then you wait for your main meal, or you go on a restaurant, you have your appetizer before you wait for your main meal. Appetizer is not usually filling, it's just something to get you going before the main meal comes. So if you give your baby, if you have the appetizer and after the appetizer you're waiting for the main meal and you're offered another appetizer, you tend to eat that appetizer again. So after a few hours you'll be hungry because you didn't eat the main dish, like the main meal. So same thing applies to babies. The foremilk is just like an appetizer to quench thirst and everything, and then they settle to suck the main thick creamy hind milk that is calorie dense. So please, this information is very helpful. If you feel like your baby is not gaining weight despite feeding your baby, please try and look into how long your baby nurse, how long you spend before swapping to the next breast. You need to check all those things and make sure that your baby is taking sufficient hind milk after the foremilk. The baby is still taking the hind milk, because that hind milk is calorie dense and it will make your baby gain weight better. Because some people come to me in my DM, please, my baby is not looking chubby, my baby is not gaining weight. Remember, not all babies will look chubby. The healthy baby is what matters. So for weight gain, if your baby is fine medically, there's no medical problem, everything is okay, just look into how long your baby feed on each breast before you swap. Because sometimes your breast is full and engorged, you feel like your baby needs to suck. 5 minutes and you're swapping the baby's you're swapping your breast for your baby. Maybe the baby is just about to get to the hind milk and you feel like it's not full. No, just let that baby suck a bit more. But when the baby is sucking and it's crying, the baby is crying, maybe she's had enough or he's had enough, then you swap. Then that makes sense. That will help also boost your milk supply. So yeah, so that's it. I hope this information is helpful to someone out there who is worried because your baby is not gaining weight, everything is okay, medically fit and everything. Please look into how long you spend on nursing your baby so the baby can reach the hind milk. She's a bit sweaty because of the hot drink. She's having hot milk. Wow, she's really sweaty. So, and again, sometimes, when, like now, Chineye, she's currently feeding, but she's sleeping. Sometimes baby do this at night. They call it cluster feeding. So they spend too long on the breast. Sometimes it doesn't mean that your breast milk is low. No, it's called cluster feeding. So most baby do that at evening time, where they feed, they stay on the breast for too long. But sometimes they're not even sucking, they're just there. So they sometimes help it helps soothing them, make them feel calm and relaxed. Sometimes that evening time, I'm always ready. Make sure I have everything around me. Thank God for chicken so and Cassie. Some other little errands they will do, get water for me or some other things here. But just make sure you have everything around so you can you're more relaxed. So you're more relaxed when you're feeding your baby. You don't have to cut and yeah. So sometimes they need that. Breastfeeding is not only for feed. It's not just because they're hungry. Sometimes it's for comfort, to ease pain, fear, worries, concern, everything. That's what nursing, this act of nursing, that's what it does. That's why whenever you're going out as a breastfeeding mother, you want to nurse your baby, I've learned this. I already know the period of time my baby needs to feed on my breast. I know around 20 minutes she spent for a normal feed. So I start early because I don't want to be in a rush feeding her before I go out. So if I'm to go out at 12 o'clock, I start at, let's say, 12:15, 45 minutes to when I will go out. I make sure I feed her. She spend that 20 minutes of feed. If there is any poo, we do the poo before going out. Sometimes it's not always like that. These babies, they have their own brain of their own. GA has done that to me, explosive poo when I'm about going out. But this is what I do to make sure that I feed her well. I'm not in a rush, like because I'm going out, I'll be in a rush. Last 20 minutes to going out or 10 minutes, you're rushing to feed your baby. It's not always like that. Sometimes your turn, suck. I want to go out. That's my experience for my first baby. So things I learned afterwards, that's why I'm sharing all this. So it might be helpful to someone out there. And breastfeeding baby, they know when they are full. Sometimes they get overfilled, they don't spill out the rest, but they know when they are full. So unlike formula fed baby where you need to give a particular meal or ounces in a day, for breastfeeding baby, no, it's never too much. They know when they are full. Even when they are sleeping, you can still leave them onto the breast. They know how to control their suck and swallow even when they are sleeping. She's currently sleeping now. And she's done. So guys, that's all for this video. hope you found this information helpful. Please do well to share this information. It might be useful to one nursing mother out there. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Bye. Tina cannot say bye now. She's drunk with breast milk and she's sleepy.